meant to be a supercar.
So pretty much broadly, there should be 4 of them. They've got power, price, prestige, and appearance. To start off with power, a supercar makes a lot of horsepower usually because it's supposed to be a performance-oriented vehicle. 90D, I mean, the launch.
It's got the supercar performance, but
it misses the other stuff.
It misses the other stuff.
If one drives by, you're not going to be like, oh, that is a supercar. You're not going to have the same reaction to that as you would to a Lamborghini driving by.
So more on.
A Nissan GTR is not a supercar? How dare you, vehicle virgins? No wonder they call you a virgin. Urgh. This just seems to me to be like another classic case of let me discuss my opinion as if it's fact. Let me tell you what something means based on what I think it means. Because even though it's 2017 and we're in the information age and you can easily look things up, I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to base it on my experiences and how I've heard people use certain things. For example, the classic case that I've covered before, the Murcielago, right? So it's Murcielago, right? But you have a lot of rappers and stuff saying Murcielago and all this kind of stuff. And so you have a lot of people who have a lot of experience with the car being pronounced as Murcielago, right? So someone will go and say, no, that's not how you pronounce it. The way you pronounce it is this. And what they actually mean is the way I've heard it pronounced is like this. This is the way I've pronounced it. This is the way I've heard people I know pronounce it. But they'll say like it's no, that's not how you pronounce it. No, it's pronounced like this. Yeah, people pronounce it like that, but that's not how it's actually supposed to be pronounced, right? So what is a supercar? This video actually should be titled as what I think a supercar is, right? And that's kind of a silly title because why would you make a video about what you think a supercar is when you can easily look it up and see what it actually is? Like, it's not something that really, really requires your opinion. So here's the deal. You want to know what a supercar is? Rather than guessing and hypothesizing, I'm making up words now. Anyway, you can just simply look it up. So let's do that. And for those of you that have been sleeping under a rock for quite some time, this is Carlisle's Picks. So here it is, supercar in Wikipedia. And to those who don't like Wikipedia, get out of here. We don't need you. Anyway, supercar. A supercar is a luxury, high-performance sports car or grand tourer. The term is used in marketing by automakers for unusual and expensive vehicles and has been used to refer to at least 4 different sorts of cars. Okay, so let's look at the sorts of cars that they've used to this label of supercar. First one, limited production specials from an elite automaker. Okay, notice they put elite automaker, right? So if Ford makes, what I guess we have to define what elite means. Is Ford elite? I don't think that's what they mean. But let's say Ford makes a vehicle. They're only going to make 100 of them. Anyway, what about the Dodge Demon? Is Dodge an elite automaker? And certainly the Dodge Demon is a limited production vehicle. Standard looking cars modified for power and performance. Okay, so in this video they made references to, oh, if that drove by, no one's going to be like, oh wow, look at a supercar, right? They focused a lot on the looks. But as you can see here, one of the categories are standard looking cars modified for power and performance. The other one is models from smaller manufacturers that appeal to enthusiasts. So definitely Lotus for sure, and there's other small manufacturers that do enthusiast type cars. I can't think of any at the moment, but I'm sure you're very well aware of these types of cars from manufacturers that maybe a lot of people don't even know about, right? Because they only make a small amount of cars and they appeal to enthusiasts. If you're not an enthusiast, you probably don't know about these companies, right? So their cars would be considered to be supercars. Now there's also one-of-a-kind showcase project vehicles built by custom car retrofitters, usually extensively modified collectible muscle cars or Grand Tours updated to the latest streetable racing technology. So there you have it. That is the actual definition of a supercar. And it's very interesting, some of the cars that they chose. The hypercar, the Pagani Zonda R, and they also have the Koenigsegg Agera R. I mean, they really put some really aggressive cars here for supercars. Lamborghini Murcielago. I mean, when you make a list of cars that makes the Lamborghini Murcielago look like an Audi or something, that's a serious list. And then, strange enough, there's an Audi R8 right there. Ferrari F355 is listed as well. What else do we have here? The Porsche 918, $1 million car. Okay, all right. Plug-in hybrid. That's what they have listed here. If you're interested in a supercar, you cannot afford to ignore the claims of the Ensign 6. What else do they say? So what do you guys think about what's a supercar and what's not a supercar? What do you think about the idea of a car that doesn't necessarily look super, but it's super for other reasons? I mean, just look at the term itself, supercar, right? Car is in there, obviously. So it's a car of some sort. What kind of car is it, is the question to be asked. And the answer is it's a supercar. Like Superman. What is Superman? He's a man, but he's super. He is superior to man. He's better than man. He's super strong. He can fly. I mean, he's like a man on steroids, but steroids from Krypton. And then you look at a car, and you have a car, just a car driving around, whatever. And then you have a supercar, right? It's a car that is superior to the normal, right? So, with that in mind, just that alone, we could easily see that a GTR would in fact be a supercar, right? It definitely would be a supercar. I mean, is a GTR superior to a lot of cars? First of all, the average car on the road, absolutely. And even many exotic cars, right? It's supposedly the supercar killer, which is kind of ironic because if you say supercar killer, then you're saying it's not a supercar, right? Because how can it kill supercars? I mean, I guess a supercar can kill another supercar, right? You could have a supercar that's better than another supercar, but it's just weird when you say supercar killer. It kind of implies that it's not in a way. So yeah. So what do you guys think about the definition of what is and is not a supercar, right? This is the wiki definition which I've shown you. Do you have any other official definitions of what the term supercar means? And what do you think about people who define things without actually looking it up and doing the research? They just kind of define it based on how they've heard it. Well, I've heard this person say that. And there's a lot of people that do a lot of things incorrectly, right? United States, I think on average, most people have debt. Lots of debt, right? So that does not mean that being in debt is correct or the way to do things, right? People make a lot of mistakes, a lot of bad things that are very popular. A lot of wrong things are very popular. People say a lot of wrong things. They spread a lot of misinformation. Fake news! So you can't really base it on what you've heard, right? Anecdotal information. You got to do the research, man. Anyway, comment below. I really want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear. Go at it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I suck. You're reading wiki pages. Who reads wiki pages except for losers that don't have any whatever. Just whatever you want to do, comment below. And by the way, if you hate this video, if you think this video is horrible, the best thing you can do is do nothing. Absolutely. That's what hurts your channel. When you don't comment, you don't like, you don't do anything. You watch the video and you roll out. That's how you hurt a channel. So, if you hate this video, don't do anything. If you enjoy this video, say something. Even say hi at least. And definitely click on the bell, because right now YouTube is trying to silence my channel, doing a very good job of it. I think about 2% of my subscribers even get notified when I post videos. So, if you enjoy this kind of content, you like my style, click on subscribe, smash the bell. And if you hate the video, go ahead and click on that thumbs down. That actually helps, right? Any kind of engagement helps. If you hate it, do nothing. Anyway, this is Carlisle's Picks, and I just told you what a supercar is. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Pum, ba-da-dum, pum, pum, pum. Okay, that's the wrong theme music, but whatever.